a lot of things. It just was not one of our cleaner games. Too many mistakes, penalties, missed opportunities, missed throws, drops, just not playing sound football. I think we were just so inconsistent. It was hard to get in a rhythm. It feels like all the close plays like we didn't make that you need to get some momentum back in games, and it seemed like all of those we just weren't able to make today. We got to watch this tape and really learn from it, because there's a lot on there that we got to clean up and get better from. It was just walking off the field, you feel like we missed so many opportunities and left a lot out there, and really just shot ourselves in the foot over and over. And we gave them short fields a bunch. Our defense, got some big turnovers to keep us in the game, and we took advantage of one or two of them, but the other ones, I think we had on one drive, I think we just turned it over right back to them. So then coming out of halftime for the third quarter, we turned it over first possession inside our own, I think 20 or 25 or something like that. So, you can't play that way and win. Typically, it's going to be hard. And at the end, we still had a shot and gave ourselves an opportunity, but it's just too little, too late at that point.
How did you come out of it, Trevor, and feel like you were able to do everything you thought you would be able to do?
Yeah, I felt pretty good, all things considered. So that was a positive out of today. I guess that's about the only one. But I didn't re-injure my ankle and didn't tweak it or anything. It felt pretty good. It held up. I was able to move when needed. It was good.
Still too many miscommunications going on at this point in the season.
Yeah, 100%.
The interception, I guess, down there in the red zone, was that you and Calvin weren't on the same page on that one?
Yeah, just too many miscommunications. We've been playing together for a while now, and that's on us, and we got to take some accountability, for cleaning that up, and that's just stuff that can't happen, for both of us. We got to be on the same page, and it seemed like all those plays that we weren't. Some weeks you're able to get away with it and it doesn't bite you. It seemed like this week they all did. Turned into turnovers or sacks or bad plays or whatever. So we all gotta kind of take accountability and look in the mirror. And there's stuff that I didn't do well today. And then just in general, we all have to communicate better. We have to be on the same page. We have to play together and just do the little things. I think we're overlooking some of the details, and I think that's where some of the stuff's going wrong.
I know you don't want to use an excuse, but not having Christian has to have a big impact on all that.
Definitely, yeah. There's no excuses. Nobody cares. That's the thing about this league. No one really cares who you're missing. There's a lot of teams missing players at this point in the season, but 100%, obviously, we miss Christian. He's one of our best players and makes a huge impact on this offense and this team. So of course you miss him, and Christian's on IR. We gotta find a way to still win games without him. So that's not going to change in the next few weeks. So we got to find a way, and I got all the confidence that we will. But this week we got to go to work. We got to get better. We got to communicate. We got to get on the same page. Just too many mistakes.
How much do you guys have to get the run game going to be able to offset things?
Yeah, we have to. That's especially you play a team like Cleveland, like that defense that we played. You got to be able to run the ball. You got to do a better job. So we got to find ways to do that. Whatever that is, we got to watch the tape. I don't want to speak on it too early, but yeah, you got to be able to stay consistent with that. I think that's something we talked about. When we were playing well, I feel like a couple weeks ago when we were playing well as an offense, that was something that we were doing well. So we got to get back to that and just find ways to stay efficient and stay on track. We weren't very good on first and second down today, so that gets you behind the sticks, and then. That team has a great pass rush, really good defense, good DBs. They disguise well. They do a bunch of things. They brought some pressures that were really good. So, we kind of got ourselves in bad situations and made it harder for ourselves for sure.
Evan Ingram, 11 catches, 95 yards, 2 touchdowns. I think it was a career high. What was so special about the connection today?
Yeah, Evan's a great player. I feel like he could do that every week. Some weeks it just doesn't happen that way. The ball kind of finds itself, in other places. But, Evan is, we all know the kind of player he is, and he could do that every week. So we got to continue to get him involved, especially with, we're a little banged up everywhere right now. So we got to continue to find ways to let him play, because he's playing really, really well right now. So, I love how he's playing. I feel like we're on the same page. We're doing some things well, and we got to keep expanding on that and getting better. And but no moral victories. You know, he had a good game, and but no one. He's probably the one that's one of the most pissed guys in that locker room. So we understand that stuff doesn't matter if you lose.
The 3 interceptions. How many of those were miscommunications? How many of those were just kind of misses?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get into all that right now. But you know, they made a good play on the one at the end of the game. Something that we had a plan for the pressure that they brought, and the corner just made a good play and didn't do exactly what we thought he was going to do. So that one was on me. You know, they brought a pressure that we weren't able to pick up. They brought too many, and I was trying to take a shot outside, and the corner just did a good job of playing it, and put it out there a little too far, and he made a good play. So the rest of them I don't really want to get into. You know, we all gotta. It's on all of us. We gotta take accountability and fix it. You know, and starts with me. Starts with my communication with all the guys. You know, on the outside, up front, in the backfield, and we will. I'm not concerned. This group is really mature and is willing to do whatever needed to win and get better. So. Yeah, we'll fix it.
Let's do one more.
Are you doing more of that? You were going more demonstrative at times, or and the guys have even said it, are you getting on these guys a little bit more when needed?
I think we were at that point in the year where we've all had conversations too as just a group, and some of the leadership guys on the team. It's just there has to be accountability, and it's never pointing the finger. We all have enough today to look back on and say that we didn't play well individually. So collectively, obviously we didn't, but it's also stuff that we gotta do the simple stuff. We gotta do the little things. We gotta be on the same page, and that's stuff. Like I said, that I'm making some mistakes out there as well. So I'm not just pointing the finger at other people, but there has to be accountability, and that our guys do a good job of responding. And if something needs to be said, I'll say it to them, whether it's on the field, and try to do it in the most respectful way, because I never want to look like I'm pointing the finger, but also there's stuff that needs to be fixed. And same thing for those guys that can come up to me and talk to me. If I'm not doing something right, if they're thinking I'm going to put the ball here and I put it there, we got to clean that up. So it's full circle, and those guys understand it, and that's something that we've created where we're going to have accountability. If you're not doing your job, whether that's me, whether that's Zay, Calvin, Christian, Evan, anybody, you got to do your job, and we understand that, and you're not going to win if you don't. So we know what we have to do. We have to get better, all of us.